Well,
We're back.
we're back. It's been a long while. Hey, if you're watching, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the little bell. You'll be notified any upcoming videos. Let's say this is what, season 2, episode 1. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's fitting.
Season
New
2
studio.
in studio with the new
Studio.
the new
new
look.
look.
How do you like the look?
It's beyond what I could have imagined.
Yeah.
And I imagined a whole bunch of different scenarios based on what you told me you had in mind, and then when I walked in here today, I was just
Dumbfounded, eh?
blown
Well,
away.
it looks pretty good. It's completely
Oh,
redone. Like shelves, we've taken everything out of here, completely redone it.
it's
From what you guys can actually see most of it anyway. But on the other half of the studio, I still have my Steelers logo and the brick wall and stuff on that side.
big screen.
I'm going to be putting up the Heath Miller jersey above the
that's gonna
TV. Melanie's going to be getting that for Christmas for me,
Yeah, that's gonna look fantastic.
which isn't supposed to be a Christmas gift, but whatever. It's costing her a lot of money, so it's a Christmas
You
gift.
know those the shirt shadow
The
boxes.
shit boxes, the
They're-
shitta boxes.
The shitta boxes.
Shitta boxes?
They are not cheap.
No, they're not.
I looked into getting a couple for a couple jerseys I have, and like, holy fuck, like
Yeah.
they are expensive.
Yeah, I think Melanie paid about $150, but
She
got
got
it
a deal then.
for half price.
Oh, she
at
got even a
Michael's.
better deal.
Yeah, so
I was
the
gonna
thing
say,
is,
Michael's,
They
they're-
were all on sale, but they
Really?
go as quick as they get them in.
Because I checked Michael's back. This is probably back in about a year ago, and it was upwards. It was close to like almost $300 for a jersey box.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, what is that with a jersey in it though?
No, but it was the shadow
Just
box,
the
the
back.
full size one, and it had the built-in hanger already
Yeah.
to put
okay.
the jersey
Yeah.
on, and it just
You know what? I think it's probably costing Melanie quite a bit. Every time she's like, "Don't look in there. There's something for the box or whatever." Right? I'm like, what the heck are you doing to this box? Like,
you could get an
so,
engraved
I
plate
don't know.
on the bottom
I'm
or
interested to
something.
see what she's got. She showed me a couple of pictures.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
And asked me if I liked them and stuff like that with Heath Miller in them. She's actually got a picture of Heath Miller in that jersey. The best part of
nice.
that is the three of us, as in Melanie and Dustin, were at that game.
Nice.
So, yeah, it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. So, before we get started here, I've got to take a quick moment, and I had a couple of guests on in season 1 that I haven't posted yet. Who did I have? Oh my God, I don't even know who I didn't post, but those people I wanted to apologize for. And the reason I haven't posted it, and the reason we're back, and the reason I'm here to talk to you this evening is I had a few bad weeks where we had canceled the show, and there's also I think we had canceled maybe up to 6 guests as well.
Yeah, some of that was the renovation.
Some of it was the renovation,
and then other of it was.
and then so I had another mental breakdown, and where it got pretty dark at my house for a while. I went into another. I don't know if you call them manic or mania or whatever. I don't know. The lingo is so weird. Episode. That's what I called it too. I had another mental episode. I don't know if some people like that term, but it is
It's
what
like
it
when
is,
Bruce
man.
Banner becomes the Hulk.
Oh, I was the fucking Hulk for sure.
Yeah, the other guy came.
Yeah. So Melanie at one point had because she was so worried about me, and I wasn't around here. She had called the police to come and look for me. And those fuckers are good, man. Like, I mean, they're good, dude. I was parked. Do you know, like Bowmanville, pretty good.
Yep.
You know, down by the old Royal Bank.
Yep.
I think it's Gay Company now that's in there or something.
Gay construction.
Well, there's down that hill. There's a park there. Well, I was parked right there where the park was for a bit, but then I saw like this building, like it looks like a complex where people live in, and I just pulled into their parking lot, pitch black.
They found you.
They fucking found me. Yeah, he came to my window. 5 minutes before that, I had been smoking a joint in my truck. So he came to the window and he's like, how you doing? I said, I'm good. He goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sitting here just watching a movie, chilling out, just need some time. He goes, Melanie's worried about you. I said, I figured that's why you're here. He goes, you like marijuana, do you? Like, sometimes. He goes, I'm going to trust that you're not leaving here until you're ready to go anyway, right? And I'm like, true, yep. I'm not going anywhere. He's like, just want to make sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm okay. And then he left. As soon as I saw him fucking drive away, I ripped out of there. Oh, I couldn't believe it, though. I was like, yeah, so you like the marijuana, eh? Because you could smell it, like, just strong in the car. But, well, I wasn't expecting
Well, that's the
him.
first thing I just thought of. When you just told me you lit up and then he shows up, I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, I'm going to jail. No, he was good. He just wanted to see how I was doing, and
Yep.
I ended up coming home that night. But I ended up having my psychiatrist called like 2 weeks into this episode that I was having, and she's like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Not good. Like this is horrible. Like it's awful." I guess could have called her and stuff to figure my shit out, but I don't know. My head wasn't there to.
No, it's not your priority. You're spinning.
Yeah. Oh, I was all over the place,
Yeah.
man. It was crazy.
I had a feling. You know what? It's like
Mick's losing his fucking mind again.
yeah. It's like I knew you were working on the studio, and we had spoken, and asked if you needed any more help or where you're at with it, and you're like, no, we're good, and you were getting pumped up. We were talking about coming back, getting the show going again.
Yeah.
And then it's like you fell off the grid, right? And it's like I texted you a few times and I didn't hear not a word, nothing. And I said to Sabrina, I said, no, something's not right.
Yeah.
No, Mick's not right. Something's wrong.
Yeah, it was a rough go. I'm doing well now.
Which we're all happy about.
Things are back on track. I've got a good support group too, right?
And you know what? That's key, helps.
Man. And
that's key.
I do have a lot of people but you see, the thing is when you get into these episodes, if you will,
mm-hmm.
I know I could call you at any time in the morning. I know you would
anytime.
you would pick up. And I have a lot of people like that in my life. However, that's the last thing on my mind I want to do. I don't want to hear you help me. I want to have my fucking moment. I want to be mad. I want to be upset. I want to be allowed to get irritated, right?
Yep.
But some people have that capability of stopping before they go over the line, right?
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard to see that
disorder,
fucking line.
I don't have that capability sometimes to stop before I go over the line, right? And nothing like it affected my relationship with Melanie or my kids or anything. It wasn't anything like that. It was just I was so dark in me.
It was internal.
Yeah, I was just dark. I felt useless, and I felt alone. I felt like what's the point? What's the fucking point? And it's a scary place to be. But, things are good. I'm enjoying the new look. It's finally to the point where we can actually sit and enjoy it now.
Yeah, this is
I
a whole different
to
experience.
The best part, getting all this ready. Dustin and his buddies will come over, and me and my buddy Rich would be picking at shit like that. And they're sitting here while we're working. So I haven't got to just sit and enjoy
it.
The studio, right? Sometimes at night, Melanie would be like, "You coming to bed now?" Because she goes to bed earlier than I do because she's got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, right?
Right.
I don't have to go to bed at 10 o'clock. I usually take my nighttime meds at 12, which I should probably. I have actually the last few days I've been taking them earlier so that they kick in quicker, so that I can be in bed by 12. Rather than go to bed at 12 o'clock and then toss and turn till 1 or 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
this is, but you know what? The first thing I asked you, did I not ask you, how many times you fall asleep? Fall asleep in here. You know what? This would be it. I'd find this corner.
Dude,
the game.
It's big enough. Big enough for you. Well, unless you want a spoon, we could spoon. It's big enough for the two of us to sleep on here.
And Riley can spoon one of us.
And Riley can have the chair. It's funny, man. The boys have been in here. They've been watching every game. Dustin's got his buddy Brody on the Steelers bandwagon.
Nice.
So a little shout out there. To,
everybody get on.
To Brody.
Can I tell you something? So I was telling Mick before the show. So for our listeners, everyone knows, this year was the beginning of my Steeler Nation journey. And
which you've been getting a lot of slack for.
A lot of
getting
slack.
your ass kicked for it.
Yeah, everyone, you went from the Patriots, a dynasty, to an 11-0 team. How convenient.
Yeah.
Let's set the record straight here for just 1 second. And Mick, you'll attest to this. You and Riley brought me over before the season even started.
Yeah, I will.
Nobody ever dreamed
Yeah.
that the Steelers would be having the season that they're having now. So I don't want to hear any of this shit.
No, you were definitely, I can vouch for you, on board before the 11-0.
Before game one.
But we did have 6 championships.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you know what?
But yes, way before the 11-0.
100%. And you know what? I think I made it pretty clear. Like when I was trying to pick a team, I wanted a team that was rich with history. And that's why it came down to the Steelers and the Bears, right? But at the end of the day, I know a lot of people like yourself and Riley. I have a lot of coworkers that are Steeler fans. It made sense. It's an easy commute. To go to Pittsburgh to see a game. It just made perfect sense, right?
It's easier, yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's been amazing.
I'm glad you didn't pick Buffalo. I'm very glad you didn't pick Buffalo.
We were close. If it was left to Sabrina, it would be Buffalo.
Has she changed her mind?
No. It's all about the black and gold. She's not about the black and gold. She doesn't like the colors.
She must have loved the last game then.
Oh, yeah, she did. But let me tell you something. So
I won't even call her a bitch this time because I'm going to have to call her and apologize if I do.
Again.
Yeah.
So one of these people who have been harassing me, he's a Packer fan.
Well, he's an idiot.
He's a fucking cheesehead idiot. Yeah, you can't, not everyone makes the right choices in life, whatever. So, funny, Facebook, I open up Facebook and they have, these surveys that they throw out.
Yeah.
It's a survey to which NFL team is best suited for you. And there's a series of questions. Everything from, your favorite color to would you rather be on the beach or the mountains or in the country, and all these questions, about 11 or 12 questions. So Sabrina takes it first. She's a Viking.
No way.
Then I take it.
Please tell me it said Steelers.
It said the Packers.
Fuck off.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? I was like, this just goes to show that those surveys are shit.
I'm not even going to look at it. Fuck off. Yeah.
So you hear what's going on with the hockey thing? What they announced?
Oh well, I know that there are talks of now the Canadian teams moving to the U.S.
That's the 4th U.S. division.
Same thing as the Raptors did, but we have a lot more Canadian.
There's going to be no hockey in Canada.
No hockey in Canada.
That's I understand what's happening. It's a global pandemic.
The reason they're going to the States is because the States are laxed on their COVID rules, and we're not.
It's just, and I get it. However, but it's sad.
All of this shit could possibly change in the future, like mid-season,
sure,
depending on vaccines and stuff like that. The good thing is that stuff is starting to come out now.
You and I won't see a vaccine until at least the spring.
Oh yeah, no,
because the elderly and the healthcare workers,
healthcare workers, elderly, and then it'll go asthmatics, diabetics,
and then everybody else,
So, however, that's fine. Just let's get on the roll with it. So, well, we actually had our first. It was on the news the other night that we had our first vaccinated person in Canada.
Yes, we did
the other night. So I don't know how that went.
I
know some people are. The non-vacciners.
I don't know. I saw they're posting some pictures. He came out with this rash. It's like this. I don't know, look like a Baltimore Ravens tattoo on their arm.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible rash.
Horrible.
Terrible rash.
Horrible. Yeah, I'm not getting that. I refuse.
We'll just keep drinking the Clorox
What was
and
I
the Lysol and hope for the best.
I was watching or reading something on Twitter. I think it was from Barack Obama's tweet, and then some lady had commented about the vaccine. Don't get the vaccine. It's a government chip. It's. I'm like, wow. Like I'm nuts. Like I am certifiable nuts.
No.
But this lady's a fucking wow.
So Sabrina, she works in CPAP, so she's in a medical office. The lady comes in and she's at the front desk and she's saying the same shit. She says the vaccine, it's actually injecting a chip so the government knows where you are.
People are so fucking stupid.
And if you don't take the vaccine, you're going to go to jail. Like, don't ask. It's a whole new level of stupidity.
Listen, you old stupid fucks that are mostly cruisers. So above your
the
your
corpses.
50s, yeah. Go live, all of you, in Florida.
Have fun.
Even the ones that from Canada that want to go there, you can go too.
You know what? If you can't comply to some simple fucking rules.
Oh, wait. You know what? The Canadians won't be able to do that because if you don't get the vaccine, but this is, I guess, the way the government's going to get you, right? Those fuckers won't be able to travel anymore.
No. It's kind of like you don't pay your fine, you lose your license.
Yeah. Well, I got news for you. I will be getting the vaccine.
Yes.
The first second it's
available
to me. Yeah. I will be getting the vaccine.
But it's important, I think,
I want this thing to be over. So why wouldn't I?
But I think everyone needs to take a fucking breath on this vaccine for a second. I'm going to get it too, the first moment it's available. But this doesn't mean it's safe.
Oh,
there's been a flu vaccine forever, and I take a flu shot, and I always get the fucking flu. This is not a foolproof plan against COVID-19. People need to understand.
Yeah, but see,
confidence can go up, but we still got to be smart.
But when you say like we've had the flu vaccine, but the difference is we don't die from the flu like we did 100 years ago, right?
Right.
100 years ago, the average lifespan, or even 200 years ago, people are dropping off in their 50s and 60s.
Right.
Now you've got fucking people living to be 100 or more, right? Like,
I don't disagree. I'm just saying that exactly what you're saying. Like, let's not get this twisted. The vaccine's great, and it's really going to help move that.
Could it hurt somebody?
Yeah. Can you still get COVID? 100%.
Probably, yeah.
Can you still get COVID? 100%. Do we still need to wear masks and be smart?
Probably.
Oh, absolutely.
I hope we do eventually get rid of the mask thing.
We will eventually,
I don't know, man. There's some
not
European
happen
countries that have been doing
away.
it for years.
You know what?
Especially in public places.
Yeah, and I'm not picking out any race or anything like that. But
the Chinese flu, Chinese flu.
They have been wearing.
Is that racist? I apologize if that was racist, but I don't know. Maybe they do.
They've been wearing masks forever.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah. You see,
forever.
And I remember fucking idiots. What are you wearing a fucking mask for? I bet you that person didn't get COVID.
But back home, because of the air pollution, it makes sense, but it's become a part of their lifestyle, right? So when they're here, they still wear the mask too.
It's no different than you wearing your hat, right? Yeah. It's part of your.
It's my
part
mojo.
Of your ensemble. There's a model that my wife and I both follow, Ashley Alexis. Beautiful, I love her, and she'll put on different masks with her outfit, like it matches, right? And I see a lot of celebrities doing that. Like they're doing. They do.
Ashley Alexis.
Oh yeah.
I'm just curious now.
That's my girl.
I'm curious. Ashley.
Wow, you're getting lots of plugs there, Ashley. You know how many times I emailed her, try to get her on the show, but it's next to impossible.
Oh my god! I got a new girlfriend.
I got a new girl.
I love you, baby.
You know who
Sabrina, I love you, baby.
She's the girl. When you go into, have you ever been into Spencer's or that other joke store?
Oh, in the mall, yeah. What's the other one called?
Why can't I think of that? Everyone knows what I'm talking
Yes.
about.
Anyways,
So
yes.
those two stores, they have like the adult section in the very back.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's the girl on the boxes.
No.
Yeah. I didn't know that till after
For
I
real?
followed her, yeah. Yeah.
I used to love those stores. I forget what it was called when I was a teenager when those things started. There was one.
I think it's the same fucking name that you're trying to think of. God, I can't remember it either.
Let's get a
Somebody
butt of
is
the shit.
screaming
Yeah.
at their YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of our YouTube channel, subscribe and like, okay? Because we need
Please do it.
We need all the likes we can get.
You're an idiot.
Well, okay, don't listen to that guy.
Nobody's going to disagree.
He's
We're
a
idiots.
fucking idiot. Yeah, subscribe. But my lazy boy, you notice that's gone.
The lazy boy's gone. There's been a lot of change.
There's a lot of change in here.
And you know what? Change could be good.
Change is good. This is good. Change is good. The lady shows up, gets out of her truck, and I hope she's listening. Well, she probably is listening. Says, "You're mental case dad's guy?"
Shut up.
Yeah.
Where?
Like, right here. She goes, "I knew you were in Bowmanville. I didn't know you're here." It's the lady that I sold the chair to subscribes to our channel. I'm like, that's awesome. That's so
amazing.
cool. Yeah. Melanie was talking to somebody the other day, and they had said, "Oh, are you? Is your husband the podcast guy?" It's like, yeah.
No
I'm like,
kidding.
That's
great. That's what we want to
there's
hear.
People out there,
That's
I guess,
what we want to hear.
listening to my bullshit, I guess. Oh, you didn't, you weren't here, Dave, when I had Dave Merhesh on the show, comedian.
No, when you had Dave, wasn't that when I was up in Thunder Bay? No.
In Thunder Bay.
No.
I had you on the show because we did it,
And we had to redo
via
it.
the Skype.
Yeah, when we lost me halfway through the connection and we redid it.
That's who was that?
What's his name? It was awesome.
Your memory sucks, and I'm big, so you can't fucking blame me.
So it's fucking Dumb and Dumber.
That's always been the case. What do we call Riley? He didn't even get Dumb and Dumber. He just he
Dumbest.
Yeah, dumbest. Riley, you can be the dumbest.
I love your eye.
I don't know if we even want Ry back on the show.
I love Riley.
Do we want him back on the show?
I think we should take a poll.
I think we should take a poll too. So I'm going to vote no.
Riley, I'm going to throw you a bone, buddy. I vote yay.
Okay. Riley gets the other vote.
And that's going to be a yay. So Riley is back.
Riley gets the other vote. And just so him and I are, and you are aware, and everybody else who's listening,
listen up.
I am going to tell Riley, you need to listen to this episode because there's a question in there and I need your answer. And we're not going to tell him what the question is.
He's going to have to listen to this pod how many
this.
times before he figures it out?
Yeah, because he'll try and skim through, right? But he'll just fucking miss it. But yeah, we'll ask him. So, Riley, the question is, would you like to come back on the show and run my box? Would you like to touch my box?
Handle mixes.
Would you like to handle my box? This thing's a little high, eh? You know what I need? Maybe I need a little side one.
Oh,
you know, like a little side one,
or underneath one of those pull-outs.
A drop down.
A drop down swings out, or just one of those trays on the slide. You put on the sliders, and it just pulls out and then slides back underneath the table.
Hello. See, that's how I should sound.
That's how you usually sound.
That's how I usually sound, right?
Yeah.
But that's fine too, right?
Yeah.
It's still working.
Oh yeah, you're crisp. Still good.
I'm crisp. Look at this. This is fucking awesome.
You know what? I am really so impressed with what you've done here and your vision.
You know what? I've got to be honest. This is not my vision. This was Rich's vision.
Well, Rich,
which he's been trying to tell me for like the last year. Like, this is how I thought. He goes, not 100%, but yeah, I figured this would have been the easiest and most ideal way for you. I wasn't even thinking of like the table. Oh yeah, the trim.
Like so functional. Like that table slides back under the bar, and now you got complete open space.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about the exact same place,
Yeah.
and it looks. The functionality and the way the space is used is just amazing. You couldn't have done it better.
Good, man. I
Rich, we thank you.
Yeah, man. Rich has been awesome. Well, what I do is I go over and supervise while I get him to do certain cuts or whatever. But then he'll cut them, and then I've been learning too, right? Yeah, so I get him to do, because I fucking like those angled cuts. Those
are the ones that
screw me up,
yep.
Right? So I actually cut one piece for that table that's right beside you there, and then it was too short. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not wrecking anymore because this stuff isn't cheap. Oh, and just for all of you fuckers who are wondering, thinking, oh, is this fucker got all the money for this shit? My wonderful son has fronted the bill for this.
Wow.
So what the deal was is I made him a table, a gaming table, a Steelers gaming table that blows this one away.
Really?
Yeah. Like I've done, it's not 100% finished. I'm waiting on a couple of stickers and stuff like that. And he had to order more zeros and stuff, but I did like some of the I did the lines in tape. The numbers are done in tape. So everything is like really vibrant and crisp, and then shellacked over top of, right?
Oh,
so
you're gonna have to take a picture.
So I said, I'm not going to charge you for the I'm not going to charge you. You're my kid, right? I'll just whatever it costs, just pay for it. And so he bought the extra piece of wood and then the trim and stuff for that, and
perfect.
so he took care of it, and then he
Dustin.
He paid half for the couch. We split on the couch. Which was nice because we got a really good deal on this, and it
looks amazing.
I'm happy that it's done now. Now, once we get that shadow box up there, man, that's gonna be nice.
You know what? That'll bring it all together.
The high ceiling and shit.
Yeah,
dude, it's
like it was always there. It's just you never really. I don't know. It's just the use of space.
The reason
it just looks.
Rich wanted to do this is he's like 10 feet tall. And he used to keep smacking his head off the top of that.
Oh, that got suspended higher up.
So that's why we see that border that goes around it. We removed everything and lifted that thing up. So instead of puttying up the wall and because it was fucking ripped to shreds, right? We just put that trim over top of it.
I love it. I love it. So you know what yesterday was? Believe it or not. Please don't say Wednesday. I know that was your stock answer.
I could have told you Tuesday.
Fuck, buddy, it's good to be back with you. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of the accident Sabrina and I were in with Oakley.
Yes.
And you know what? The attitude is gratitude, man. I'm telling you. Do you know what?
Are lucky to be alive.
So grateful. So
I remember
grateful
getting the call and just like fucking dumbfounded.
It's funny
because you had left from here.
I got Oakley, and we were going back to Coburg for our because it was our moving day. We moved to Coburg.
Oh, that's right. It was moving day.
The truck had come in the morning. We took the stuff from Bowmanville to Coburg. You had Oakley, so I could do that with them. I spent the day at the house starting to unpack. I came back, got Sabrina. Came here to you to grab Oakley, and on our way back to Coburg, it happened. And you know what's funny? Here we are. We're moving into our first house together. I got every reason in the world to be excited and happy and pumped, and I was. Don't get me wrong. A year later, and I'm thinking, you know what? I am happier and more grateful now than I've ever been.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ever been. And you know what? You look at 2020, and here we are getting ready to wrap it up. Thank God. But I think of what COVID, global pandemic aside, and all the shit that we've had to go through.
Oh, this has been literally the worst year for everybody. Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Somebody told me, somebody referenced something in the Bible about the number 40, that it would be terrible for us. 2020 is 40. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. But
don't get me started on Bible people.
But you know what? A whole bunch of as bad as this year has been, the losses and the people that have passed and the people have died, the COVID, and I go on forever. I I reflected yesterday because I was feeling particularly grateful and humbled. And I thought, you know what? All I've talked about for a whole year is woe is fucking us. It's been a terrible year. Yeah, you know what, it has. But what about all the good things that have happened this year? This show, like you and I hooked up again, you know, got Riley, and we created this, you know, and this awesome show. And you know what, for the people that listen, we love you. And I know you've said it a million times, and I concur. Like, this is a great platform for us. It's a great outlet for you and me. We have a lot of fun doing it. And you know what? We have some big plans and things to come down the road that we're going to use this platform not only to help ourselves, but to help other people. Yeah. You know what? We're going to take it to another level. But there's a lot to be grateful for, too. And it's easy to lose track of that with all the shit that we've been surrounded by for the past 12 months, right?
Oh, my God. You talk about the accident and your 1-year anniversary. Well, that same day, we had already talked about this.
Oh, yeah, this is unreal.
My nephew, I got woken up in the morning with my daughter telling me Nolan was in an accident. And
this is yesterday.
This is, yesterday. Nolan was in an accident and that he's been hit by a plow. And the first thing I can think of, because I'm just woken up.
Could you imagine exactly 1 year later?
My stupor. Like, hey, man, can that guy not drive? Like, what's going on with him? And then later on, my wife sends me pictures of my nephew who has been hit by a plow and has got a broken hip, broken pelvis. He's down at St. Mike's now. He's getting transferred to a rehab facility. But he was told this afternoon, you'll be lucky to get out by the end of January, end of February. So he won't be home for Christmas. This is my nephew, people, too, that I made that video with and stuff like that. But, yeah, my heart's been broken for him, man. And I just got...
How old is he?
He's going to kill me. I'm going to say he's 15.
Oh, that's tough. Well, you hang in there, Nolan, 16, buddy.
But yeah.
Be strong.
Crazy. So he's in the hospital now, yeah. Thinking of you, buddy. Uncle Mick loves you. It's shitty. It's just shitty. What a shitty 20.
But you know what?
Get rid of this.
He probably shouldn't have survived it.
No, they told him he's lucky to be alive.
There you go. So take that and run.
Yeah.
He's
in a lot of pain, though. That's what
somebody told me that.
Hurts.
You know what? You should be dead. You're not. And there's a reason for it. Don't waste the chance.
What's incredible about
Don't waste your second chance.
Yeah, what's incredible about yours is there was 3 beings in this vehicle and not one of you.
One got ejected.
Yeah, one ejected.
Got a cast.
How the fuck?
Sabrina and I went 15 feet in the air, nose dived onto the 401, head over back, and then once, and then like 4 times side over side down the 401. Upside down.
Like, what a ride.
To this day, you know what? I could still hear that sound.
That crunching?
So
I've never experienced that.
Remember thinking, when are we going to stop flipping over?
Never want to. Did it feel like forever?
Yep. It felt slow motion the whole time, although we were going at an incredibly high speed.
I've always heard people say my life flashed before my eyes.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
You know what?
What is it you think of when you're going through that?
It's not. So 2 things happen, or 2 things happened to me. Number 1, this is it. Yeah. We're going to die. Yeah. This is it. And what preceded that was, you talk about the light flash before your eyes. It was my boys. It was Brady and Jack, and it wasn't me. It's weird, hard to explain. It's not me. It wasn't me thinking about them. It was just these flash images of my boys.
Yeah.
And me thinking, this is it, right? It's over. And then somehow, and I remember this thought somewhere in there.
Did you think you were going to die?
Yes. And I remember thinking not only that we're going to die.
Sabrina feel the same way? Did she think she was going to die?
No. I'll tell you that in a second. But I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to die, or if I don't, one of us is going to. Odds are we both do. But for sure, one of us is not making it out of this. Her, if you ask her, she remembers once we started rolling, she was conscious of the fact that this is happening.
Yep.
She tried to stay as still as possible and not fight the inertia of the roll.
Go with the flow.
Right. You know how they say, you know what? It's always the fucking drunk drivers that walk out unscathed.
It's because they're
loose.
relaxed.
They're not tensed up. They're not trying to change their
breaking
position.
Shit, yeah.
Right.
When you start panicking and holding
Right.
shit, now you're breaking arms.
She
and
stayed in the exact position
fucking,
she was in
from. Just hurt myself.
You're a hot mess, brother.
Oh,
jeez. But yeah, you know what? Like, super grateful. We have so much to be grateful for.
Does this sound good in the mic?
That is brutal. That comes close to the chalkboard thing. Like that's up there.
Really?
You don't do that. It's stressing me out. So yeah.
Taste the water.
So it's been
trying to lose some weight.
It's been a year.
The camera adds 10 pounds, and I've got about 75 cameras in here.
I think I look.
I wish I had 75 cameras.
I look great.
You look good, man. You look good.
You know what?
It must be the Steelers hat.
I tell you what. So I've been in therapy the whole year, still going on. I go every week, and I've heard just so many good things about CBD oil. And
did she recommend it?
Huh?
Did your therapist recommend the CBD?
We had a conversation about it, and then I spoke to my doctor about it too, and we're talking about pure high level CBD, no THC, just CBD, right? And they're like, it's kind of like anything else. You know what? For some people, it works. For others, it doesn't. For a lot of people, it takes 2 weeks to a month before your body makes that relationship with it.
Yeah.
Well, so I picked up CBD oil yesterday, and I have had, chronic back pain since the accident, and I had a really bad flare up, and that's what kind of sparked me. I got to go do this now. So I drove out to the Green Mile, and I went and picked some up.
You probably have one in Coburg. A dispensary.
I don't know, but it's 15 minutes up the road from me.
Oh, even
the Green
better.
Mile. They got everything. You love this. It's
I know where it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Roseneath.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I went to the greenhouse. Great people over there, and really well educated on it. We had a good talk, and he was honest. He's like, listen, your body needs to make a relationship with it. Everyone's different of how quick it starts working. So 6 drops under the tongue in the morning, 6 at night, and let's see how it goes.
Yep.
So get in the car. I do my 6 drops because it's morning. It's like 10 o'clock. I figure I may as well start today.
What does it taste like? Does it taste like weed?
No.
No?
No, it tastes like nothing. Maybe a small hint of bitterness, but nothing.
Not too bad. Yeah.
And all day, do I not have no back pain? Then I figured, okay, by nighttime, and I was pretty active for the day. I was busy. That I'd feel it because at night I usually don't. Nothing.
That's awesome,
dude. From day one,
weed is the best. Well, I've been telling you that.
Yeah, but I didn't have to have it. Like the CBD, it doesn't affect me. Like I'm fully functional.
I've told Melanie she should talk to
that
her father.
Stuff is
her father
amazing.
has really bad arthritis, hands and his feet. Like he's crippled up. That CBD oil will be.
Buddy,
you don't have to get high.
That's what I'm saying. It's CBD on its own. You don't get high at all. It's only with the injection of the THC.
Dude, Melanie told me the other day. You're gonna love this. Her mother.
Oh, no.
I guess one of the kids had called over there for a ride.
Okay.
To get picked up. Well, if it's past 4:20, the kids don't ask me, right?
Right.
So the mother-in-law, Melanie says, well, the kids call you because they know Mike's probably high, right? They're like, what? What do you mean high?
Yes.
She's like, what do you mean high? She goes, well, Mom, he smokes a lot of weed. She goes, yeah, but I didn't think it was the stuff that got you high. I'm like, what? They live in a box, man. They live in a bubble.
Not everybody knows.
No, they live in a bubble.
But I tell you, I remember the first time I heard about CBD oil was actually Rob Gronkowski when he retired. He was in so much pain.
Really?
His body was
Gronk did the CBD thing?
so riddled with pain, chronic pain from the years of abuse playing football. And he said the CBD oil made him feel like he was in his 20s again. And to this day, he still uses it. And now, it's especially with legalization now and everything, it's become so mainstream. You hear so many success stories with it.
The NFL players will not be tested for marijuana use this season.
Why?
Because it's not a drug anymore. The United Nations, you heard about this?
No.
You didn't hear about this?
No.
United Nations, and then the states applied the next day after for federal law. But the United Nations took marijuana off its list of most top drugs.
It's not considered a narcotic anymore.
They took it off the list and put it under medical. The next day, the U.S. had filed for a federal law to make it legal.
Wow. So it's not passed yet, but they're trying to make it legal?
It's not passed yet. But
now,
I don't know how many
each state has to
would have to vote on it.
Right.
Yes.
So some will take it and
but
some won't.
I guess whoever's in office could obviously make a federal law too, right?
Yeah. So places like the West Coast, California will be a yay. Arizona will be a yay.
It's all the blue states.
Nevada. Yeah, they're all going. They're all going to go. Yes.
But now that it has taken off, it's so funny. These red states and the way they think.
That's the way.
Because I heard somebody say the other day, it's not that we fight with the red states. It's the fact that they only listen to one side.
They're not open-minded to the converse. Have the conversation, the dialogue.
Too small-minded to look into.
Yeah, doesn't mean you have to agree.
No, you don't have to agree.
Let's have this dialogue. Let's have the conversation, and let's see.
You know how many times I fucking got into it with
my mind,
my in-laws or Melanie's family with. Yeah. Well, he wants to kill 9-month-old babies. Are you on fucking crack cocaine? I said to him, I'm like, oh, I know which news channel you've been watching.
Yeah.
I haven't been watching the news at all. Like, that's funny. Nope. That's a full-faced lie that you just said to me. Yep. Because where did you just come up with? He wants to kill 9-month-old babies. And just so you know, both parties have an abortion platform. One just doesn't believe as much as you. And I'm like, it's not about killing an unborn child. That's what you have in your head, that it's killing an unborn child. And I used to fucking think that way too, which is scary because that's how I was raised, right?
Absolutely.
It's about the young girl that's 13 who just got raped by her father.
Yeah.
Does she not have the ability over her own body that she doesn't have to raise that? It's about the girl that's hopped up on heroin that doesn't even know she exists.
Now it's not about her. Yeah. It's about the baby.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Or you, like, it's so many different,
yeah.
The first part is
all how it's your perception of how we look at it. And if you don't look at the whole picture, you really shouldn't be weighing in on this.
You don't have to. That's the thing. That's what I said. It doesn't even matter what their platform is. I still don't understand all about the abortion thing, and so I don't know whether I
agree and I disagree,
or I don't approve. I don't know. However, both. It's none of my fucking business.
Right.
It's not my body.
Not your choice.
Not my choice.
And listen, you know what? You make so many good points.
I usually do. I'm pretty good at that.
You are. I
try.
Bad.
I do.
You're
my
getting
best.
better. There are situations I could sit here and be pro-abortion, and you just listed off a few.
Yeah.
And then there's others
where I can say,
I can say, no.
Yeah.
You know what? Be responsible. Suck it up. You're going to be a parent.
Yeah.
You know what? Time to get responsible. But listen, you know what? Everybody has an opinion. Just like everyone's got an asshole.
I know my opinion. My opinion matters to me. And that's it. All, that's it. That's the only person it matters to.
That's what makes you.
That's what makes me. Their opinion matters to them.
Like, I don't give a shit about your opinion.
Exactly. But that's fine. And
of course I do, but you know what I mean.
But I've had to grow up so much to the point where I try not to let that other side get to me so much, but it's hard because, like I said, it's just they won't look to see the other side, like especially when it comes to homosexuality. My daughter just has come out. I'm so proud of her.
Good for her.
I told her, first thing I said to her was, I already know. I've been waiting for years for you to tell. She's 16, 15, 14, 15. I don't know.
You should stop talking right now, buddy.
She's one of those. She's a young girl.
She's a teen.
She's a teen. And anyway, so that's got to be tough. And she's had some issues herself when it comes to anxiety and stuff like that. And and like I said to her mother, this is probably half of it.
Yeah,
was
I was just gonna say,
like,
this will
hiding
probably
all this shit, especially living in a family that is so, like, Melanie and I aren't, but her grandparents.
Sure, well, they're old school.
They're all very religious. So, like, gays, like, it's the devil. And that drives me through the fucking wall, because one side preaches, let's all just love each other. Let's all be happy. Be who we want to be. And the other side says, no, you can't be happy.
Okay, so sexuality is a choice. No. Let me
wow,
rephrase.
you're about to get fucking lit right up.
Hang on.
Where's the phone lines, people?
Okay, hold
He's
on.
lighting them up.
I stopped myself. Hang on. I'm trying to get to a point here. We are what we are. We're wired the way we're wired, right? But let me ask you a question. Why is somebody who is a homosexual, why is it that, they are a bad person?
Oh, I don't support the homosexuals.
No, I'm not saying you are.
Only lesbians.
No.
Because I like the lesbians.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a lesbian.
Lesbians are good. But you know what? Like,
no, you gays are okay too.
It doesn't make them bad people.
No.
Because, listen, so here, up until this year, I love the Patriots.
It makes them human.
You thought that was a terrible life choice.
It was. So I switched you.
But we were still friends.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with my choice.
No. Yeah.
But we can still get along.
Yeah, I even invited you to join me on my podcast as you were a Patriots fan.
Yeah, as a Yankee fan.
Yes.
On the podcast.
Even a Yankee fan, which is even worse to me.
I know.
I don't know if it's
Evil
worse.
Empire.
Yeah.
But my whole point, this is my point. We don't have to agree with people's choices or their lifestyle. Are they doing something that is wrong? Like, are they hurting other people in the choice they make? Or the lifestyle that they choose? No.
It's none of your fucking business.
Exactly.
Who they love.
So fuck off.
And you can't choose who you love. You just can't do it.
No. Believe me, I've tried.
The way I look at it, too, is look at it as a sexual fetish. Okay? Everybody's got some sort of sexual fetish.
I have no problem with girl on girl.
But I'm talking like something that you like whatever. It could, like, some people like feet, right? Some people like, feet. No, I'm not a foot guy either, or but you know what I mean? They don't.
Yeah. Some people they're whack, man. Some people are whack.
But they can't choose how they feel and think.
No.
It's just what they how they feel.
Yeah.
Why am I attracted to that big toe? Or why am I attracted to
It's the way they work. It's no different different than
pregnant chicks.
You know what? Somebody once said that to me. I was like, you are fucking whack. And you know what? A pregnant woman, they're at their most beautiful. Yeah. Like, they glow.
It's because they've had sex.
That too.
Yeah, they did.
Don't tell me you don't look at a good-looking pregnant woman and go, she fucks.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like...
Yeah. Oh, what is it I say to Mel? Yep, I'd hit that.
It's crazy. Yeah. But, we don't get to always make... We are under this crazy belief that we have so much control as human beings, especially over our own lives. And the fact of the matter is, we don't. All we have is the choice that we make. And even based on that choice, we don't have control of the outcome. We'd like to think we do, but we don't. It's not, did you ask to be bipolar? Was it your choice to be bipolar? No. That the actions and the decisions
that's a good analogy.
I like you make to help yourself,
Yeah.
those are your decisions and your choices alone. But even then, you can't control the outcome. So, perfect example, we'll go back to your bipolar, since we're talking about it today. You got diagnosed, you made a choice to make a change and to address it, to come out, so to speak, about it.
I'm coming out. And
you got on the meds.
Say.
You got straight, you got it together, and you had it under control. You made a choice. And guess what? You still made the right choice.
Of coming
back.
And
guess what happened? Out of your control, it took a swing on you just recently. Right? Not because of you, nothing you did.
No.
But we don't have control over these things. All we can do is try and make the next right choice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know what?
That's what I like about doing this podcast too, because hopefully, because I know some of the people that listen to this are the for the other way. So it's to me, it's like a little bit of a education thing too, right? Yeah. If I can help one person just think, oh yeah, he is. That makes sense to me. Or you know what I like doing is when people really come at me about religion thing, I'm like, well, let me go think about it. I'm just going to go live in a whale for the next 3 days.
Anyone who actually believes...
Does that make sense to you? I'm going to go live in a whale.
Oh, yeah. No, that's perfect
3
sense.
days.
No, that makes sense.
Is that okay to you? I'll make a determination after that. And they're like, we walked on water and fucking David Blaine fucking did that. Fucking levitated over Las Vegas.
Let me ask you, do you think anybody wakes up one morning that says, in this society, the way everyone's wired and people's opinions, I think today I'm going to become gay. Nobody makes that choice.
No, which is even worse is back like say 30, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God, if you came out, holy shit.
Yeah. Nobody makes the choice. We are what we are. What we are.
Nobody wants to go through.
And you know what?
My brother is transgender.
Yep.
You think
you've mentioned that a few times.
She wants to go through the shit that she has to go. That's got to be tough as shit.
And I ask any parent this. The challenge I put out to any parent listening who may oppose what Mick and I are saying right now, that and they think it's not okay. Ask yourself this. If your firstborn came up to you and said, hey, mom or dad, I'm gay, would you cut them out of your life? Would that be it?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes,
then you need to look.
Then you need to look. You need to look in the mirror. You need to get right with yourself. Yeah,
and understand that.
But if your stock answer, which I hope, is no, never. Yeah. I'd stand by my child on a murder rap. I wouldn't support that, but I would never leave their side. And
I would support the murder.
Depends on who.
Yes.
But my point is, if your stock answer is, of course I'd still love them, then how can you hate on everybody else out there? It's okay or it's not okay. But you know what? Do your research. Get educated about it.
Even if you don't like it, my thing is just shut up.
Yeah. You know what? Nobody's saying you have to like it.
You don't have to like it.
Nobody has to say you have to support it and scream off the rooftops. But you know what? Be a decent human being and allow people to live their lives.
I get it all the time. I'll get into certain situations and arguments with certain family members of Melanie's, and God love them all, but I understand. I know where they've come from. I know how they were raised. I get it, because I was there too.
This is like nurture versus nature.
The difference. Oh, I'm definitely that fucking fat white guy that looks like this. That is what Dave Chappelle called woke-ish or woke. Yeah, I'm fucking woke, all right. And I'll get into certain arguments with them, but when then I start talking back, I'm the asshole.
Yeah, you're immediately the asshole.
But now I understand in this context, in this room, I'm the asshole because you all think the same way.
Right. Yep.
I'm willing to accept that. The difference is...
You are the asshole.
The difference is...
You're an asshole.
Is you're not willing to look into the other way. You're not willing to look into... Why? Like I haven't seen any bad... thing come from the, I mean, sure, they have their bad things, but all I've seen is let's stick together. Let's be one country. Let's be one love. Let's be, all that. Let's unite together.
Yeah.
And then you have the other side that, no, we can't do that.
No.
I love my fucking guns, and I'm going to shoot all the queers, and, get
that
them.
still exists today. And
Dude,
that's
it's
sad, man.
it's so rampant in the United States right now.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Lives Matter movement is still
still an
heavy
issue.
and strong.
Listen,
going there. So
let's talk real for a minute. Has this whole movement, this whole thing created more awareness? Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm so happy for that.
Yeah.
Because we support that. Is it going to change it?
I don't think in this lifetime. I think it will get. I think it'll
one
get
day
better.
But yes, but are we going?
You're not going to change.
Are we going to
people's
see
minds.
that racial profiling go away?
No.
We're just
I think
not.
I put on,
and that makes me so sad.
Social media back when COVID first started and George Floyd was murdered.
That's what started it
in cold blood.
Yep.
But I was dumbfounded, and it opened my eyes then. And I think there is a strong change that has happened with that. And I think the pandemic kind of helped. However, people will never change their minds on that as long as you have red and blue states. Sorry.
You're right. And
when they say United States of America,
that's what I love about Biden. What you're just about to say.
Yeah, it's let's unite.
It's not red states and blue states. It's the
United
States
of America,
and
right?
they are not united since Trump.
They're not.
They're it's opposite as united can be.
But what's sad is
it's
flowing and it's trickling here.
But for a long time, you have your red. There's always have been. There always will be red.
But I didn't realize how bad it was.
But aside from the red and blue states, there was always some sort of unity about the Americans that I envied that we just didn't have here. They're more patriotic than Canadians have ever been, except when it comes to our hockey. But it was love it or leave it, man. Didn't matter if you're red or blue. One thing was for sure, they could all agree on, they love their fucking country and they
all love their country,
right?
Yeah, they're very patriotic.
Very patriotic.
There's not too many houses in the states that don't have an American flag on.
Right, especially in those patriotic states, the Bostons and stuff. But now we're seeing something we've never seen before. There's literally a split. It's almost like they're on the verge of a civil war.
And it's not. That's what freaks me out the most, is
right?
The civil war.
Yeah.
Because it's to the point now where it's not just a disagreement, it's hate.
It's hatred.
It's hate.
It's literally.
And it all comes down to that fucking Cheeto.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the only president, I heard somebody say the other day, that he has now literally lost 100 consecutive elections in a row because he keeps trying to overturn it. Concede, you dumb fuck. Talk to your people and say, let's change.
Some of his people actually have already stepped up finally and said we lost.
I've watched John McCain when he lost to Barack Obama.
The Maverick.
And he said, he goes, I just got off the phone with Barack Obama. Everybody started booing in the audience. And he's like, no. He goes, he won fair and square. I'm glad for this country. I'm glad to be a part of this history where we now have the first African-American president. I think it's going to be good for our country. I think he'll be good for our country. People, all those the red state people started cheering and screaming.
Trump will not call Biden. That call will never happen.
But if he did, it could really could so unite the country.
Because honestly, his followers, it's a fucking cult. If he says go, they go. If he says stop, they stop. They jump. Yeah.
I've heard so many people say they're afraid of him.
Yeah. But
what the fuck's he gonna do?
What he does, how he leaves his time in the White House, how he exits, how that transfer of power happens, because now Biden and him are going to have to work together for a few months for that transition of power. Yeah. How he handles that in his exit is going to dictate a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to dictate a lot. And
Well,
for all,
no,
for all the people that think, oh, great, Trump's out and Biden's in, and everything's going to get better. Hey, Trump took 4 years to make this mess. It's 4 years in the bush. It's 4 years out. It's going to take Biden his first term to just fucking restore some sanity and unity to the country again.
What scares me the most is that fucker could come back. It's never happened, but he could come back in 4 years and run again.
Of course he could.
And he's got the most votes ever by any Republican candidate
so
ever.
Here's the thing.
But, however, it was the most votes in history ever.
Ever. And
I forgot, Donald. That's because they're all dead, right?
Yeah. But that's because of COVID. That was all those early ballots and all those mail-ins. They're
already applying to get rid of the mail-in ballots for next year. But they're like, why? We've moved ahead now. Like, this is better for the country. More voting is better.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to happen. But whatever.
You know what?
It is what it is. So
I love our country. We're very blessed.
We can
say all we want about Mr. Trudeau, but you know what? I think we're doing quite all right.
I think he's doing all right, man.
Compared to what's going on out there in the world.
From what I've seen with Justin and Ford, they've worked well together.
You know what? Here you go. Pre-COVID, they were at opposite
throats.
Right.
Yeah.
Took a pandemic, a global pandemic, a terrible thing, to bring them together.
Let's get it
united.
Yeah.
Talk about red and blue work together.
Yeah.
This is what happened here. Yeah. Red and blue work together.
Yeah.
And look what came of it. USA, I hope you're paying attention.
They are, and I think a lot of the people, and I think, oh God, man, hopefully a lot of those people that were in there that are afraid of him. Yep. Once Biden does completely take office and Trump moves to Canada, apparently.
Well, he ain't going back to New York.
He wants to come. He wants to move to Canada.
He wants to. You know what? After he shut us down, he blacklisted us. He stopped shipping to us.
And you know what? We'll let him in too because he'll bring an ass ton of money.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody will kill him here.
I hope so. It won't be me. I didn't do it.
Not I.
That wasn't me. But if I did, I want my meds.
But you heard it here first on Mental Case Dads.
Yes, they heard it here first on Mental Case Dads.
All right, it's great to be back. Love it.
That's what were we? Over an hour there, so that was awesome.
Yeah,
I like it. Well, people,
great show.
Thanks for listening. We're gonna get much more. We're gonna get back into this shit. I'll have some reviews for you up and coming. Hey, this is season 2.
Episode 1.
Cheers, everybody. Love you.
Stay safe.